Hey, welcome to Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. I am Karen, and we are going to do our weekly readings. We're going to talk about what we're leaving behind from last week, why, what's guiding us, and challenge probably what we don't see as well, and then where we're headed for the new week. This is only my one half. Last week I did my Saturday and Sunday one together, so this is just the Saturday one. We're using Runik Tarot today. I do personal readings. Link to my websites below. I don't believe I said that. So let's take a second. What do we need to know about what we're saying goodbye to from last week and what we're saying hello to this week? Okay. And cut the cards. So we're going to do 3 cards. What are we leaving? Empress, 8 of Swords, and 4 of Cups. Why? The Chariot. Interesting. What is guiding us? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the challenge. Hermit. What we don't see. 4 Wands. And where are we headed? The Star. Wah! Ha ha! Can't ask for a better reading than that. Okay, liking it. So, King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So, I'm wondering if there was some kind of energy. This could be a person that's kind of firing us up a little bit, maybe, or literally like the fire in the card, but it doesn't have to be a man. It can be a person, male or female, it doesn't matter. I feel like, so I'm not sure. Like, I have a feeling if this is work related, this could be somewhat, regardless, I feel like it's someone that's kind of created a different space for us. And just by looking at the cards and where we're headed, I really like it. So what we're leaving is Empress, 8 of Swords, and 4 of Cups. I mean, there is this feeling of, leaving. I feel like almost that this is saying that the Empress has been kind of, in a nurturing spot, but the boredom and the stuckness. So the 8 of Swords is about being stuck. Are we stuck in our own head, or are we physically stuck? And the 4 of Cups is not seeing, we're just not appreciating it. To me, it's almost like a grateful card. We're not being grateful for what we have or what's in front of us. And it's been kind of this lackadaisical feel, kind of like just nothing's going, right, or that kind of thing, or nothing's quite the way I want it to be. I feel like the Empress is also kind of feeling like you need to be nurtured almost. I don't know. I feel like it kind of feels to me, I can't word it. Let's see. I'm thinking like nurturing these feelings of not having what you want and feeling stuck. And I feel like that thought process or that way of thinking is what you're leaving behind, if that makes sense. I do feel like with why is the Chariot, it's like this. It could be a couple different things. It's funny because I'm going to be traveling next week, so it kind of reminds me of that. Like, I'm going to be traveling for work, but it's not just travel. It's the energy. There is this motivation, and it comes along with that King at the bottom of the deck, of moving forward and moving towards something. for everyone, that's going to be something different. Ultimately, the star, right? And I feel like, I mean, it definitely could be work related only because of the Queen of Pentacles and the Y, but I have the Four of Wands in what we don't see. So there is something really developing here, um, leading into the new week. Um, so what's guiding us is the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like that's all about stability, but I think it's also about your successes too. So the non-gender, right? We don't have to say it's male or female. It doesn't matter. Um, but the Queen of Pentacles has that, she just takes care of things. And I feel like it's almost to the point where I just got to take care of things. That's what's guiding me. I need to take care of things. I need to make sure that everything is the way it needs to be instead of this humdrum feeling over here with the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. This is more of the taking charge, but not in this crazy way, right? Because like a Queen of Wands would be, all energy and everything, but this is more like doing it properly or maturely. I don't know. But more on a responsible way, actually. That's what I feel like. The challenge is the Hermit, and I feel like if any of you have been in kind of hermit mode, this is going to be hard to get out of. If we're used to being in a certain way, the Hermit might be that kind of challenge energy. Um, but I do feel like, or it could be like if you're not like really hermiting, there is the challenge of, I'll tell you, if this resonates and the Four of Cups, like if you've been kind of like non-appreciative, like going, things just aren't going right for me, kind of that. And I don't want to say you're not appreciating, that's not really the key, but that we go through times where things just aren't feeling like they're happening the way we intend them to. And I feel like that's the energy. And or that we expect them to too, like there's the expectations or what we truly want, or we just don't feel like anything's really coming our way. That's kind of the stuck feeling. If you've been there, this energy can be either, yeah, like I've been in hermit mode, I've been that, but I feel like it's more in this self space. That's kind of where that Four of Cups is, like totally focused on what you want, or I'm not saying these things right. I woke up way too early this morning. Um, yeah, I'm gonna blame it on lack of sleep. I am. So, but I do. I feel like there's this energy of, the challenge is getting out of that. There's still, no matter what's leading us, no matter even with this really great energy of the Chariot moving us forward, the why behind it, there is this, it's still hard to get out of a certain mode, or, if we've been in a mode or an area, being stuck, being, just taking kind of care of ourselves and, trying to manifest something that's not really happening and kind of feeling blah about it, that Hermit might be hard to come out of it. But I think this Chariot tells me you're almost forced. You're there's something pulling you, um, and guiding you. Like this is why what's the Queen is what's guiding you, but this is why. So I feel like there is like this push. Um, it's not coming from you though. Do you know what I mean? Like you haven't set this. It's almost forced upon you. And not in a bad way, but it's making you get out of your head. So there's something's happening that's going to make you like have to do things that you're not normally used to, which is going to lead to getting out of this mode. Um, what you don't see is the Four of Wands. So somewhere in all of this, there is a relationship blooming. How that looks, I don't know, but whether it's work, whether it's love, I might pull an extra card on it, but I feel like it is regardless, it's it I don't know if like someone's going to come in or something that you don't see, like there's going to be someone coming into your life that you can celebrate with. So not necessarily love, but if it's work, it could be someone that you work really well with. If it's love, it's going to be something that I think you didn't expect. But it's kind of nice. It's what you don't see, so that's always kind of nice. And where we're headed is the star. So I like that because here's the thing: if next week you don't feel like things are really going still the way you want them to, by the star, it being our destiny, we are headed in the right direction. So even if you don't feel this star um, energy right away next week, it's more importantly, it's telling you that everything's happening the way it's supposed to be happening and you are going to be fulfilled. It's just, it may not happen immediately, but it will happen. As long as you do the work and stay on the same track and that kind of thing. So I think it's a reminder, to keep trying to get out of this stuck mode over here and keep moving towards, again, leaving that hermit mode, getting out, doing things that are not necessarily comfortable, that kind of thing. Because I feel like the chariot's almost a little bit uncomfortable, but it's kind of forced upon you, and it's not bad. I think it's good, but sometimes when we're forced to do something and we're not really happy about it or we're not really looking forward to it, and then all of a sudden, good things can come out of it. Again, it's all expectations, right? Sometimes when we have the worst expectations, good things happen. And sometimes when our expectations are high, we can't meet them. So there you have it. I'm going to pull an extra card on the Four of Wands on what we don't see. Can you tell us more about the Four of Wands, please? Mm-hmm. It feels like, wow. So Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. I feel like this has to do with like what you don't see is there's some kind of healing in a relationship. So maybe you walked away from something, but um, you had to in order to learn. Um, and this probably is something that has stressed you out, the Nine of Swords, in the past. Um, but with the Page of Pentacles there, I feel like there is a sense of healing. Um, and that may be exactly what it is. That the Eight of Cups, the journey that you're going to be on, is going to bring the healing that you need. And that may be what you're celebrating there. Honestly, that could be it. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I do feel like this is a coming together, though. I really do. So, whether it's healing and then, a relationship, again, not necessarily love, but it could be a work relationship, it could be just a friendship, it could be the relationship within yourself that needs to be healed and will be, because the Page of Pentacles can be a healing type of card because she's learning. So when that kind of comes up in a relationship, regardless of love or whatever, it can be about, learning about yourself, which is ultimately healing. Even if it's not healing from a bad thing, we're learning more about ourselves. So when I say healing, it's a pretty open word. Could be healing from a direct situation, but it also can just be learning more about ourselves and growing and that kind of thing. So take that as it resonates, because the the page in this, well, in all decks, the Page of Pentacles has is directed at learning and honing a skill, kind of like an Eight of Pentacles. But this would more relate to a person, right? So, and it depends on where it falls in the reading, but I do feel like that's what it's saying, because the Eight of Cups says, this journey this has to do with this journey, and you're going to be able to heal some of those anxiety issues um, by doing this. And I think this is a really good, whatever's happening next week or whatever you're leaning towards, moving away from getting out of this kind of bored feeling, it's going to be really good. Yeah, I really do. I don't think it's going to be easy, because if you are forced with this chariot, some of you will be, and some of you will be doing it by choice, but that's going to be uncomfortable. And that's where the hermit challenge lies, getting out of, getting out of yourself and doing something that maybe is uncomfortable. For others of us, that can be getting, getting away from being alone and in this mode of feeling kind of sorry for yourself to some degree. So anyway, there you have it. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much. And please like, comment, do all of the wonderful things. I appreciate you. Thank you.